a very warm welcome to every one of you. Today we are going to discuss the story The COP and the Anthem. The COP and the Anthem is written by O. Henry. His real name was William Sidney Potter, and he was better known as O. Henry by his pen name. Pen name means when a writer uses a name whenever he writes something. He was born on 11th September 1862 and died on June 5, 1910. O. Henry's stories are known for their surprising endings, the same that we are going to see in the story The Cop and the Anthem. Most of O. Henry's stories are set in his own time, early 20th century, and his characters are usually normal people, for example, a policeman, a lawyer, or a normal worker. Similarly, this story is about the person Soapy, who is a homeless guy who notices once on a cold night sitting on the bench that he has to try everything in order to get into a prison for 3 months. So his sole dream was to reach Blackwell's Island prison. And what was the reason? Because there he will get food, bed, and protection from the cold winds. Also, he will get protection from the cops. For that, he has now decided to make a few plans so that he can reach to the Blackwell's Island prison. His plan number one was he decided to have a dinner at a fancy restaurant, and then when the waiter will come, he would say he has got no money. And then the waiter will call a cop. The cop would arrest him. He would be taken to a judge, and the judge would do the rest. But his plan failed as he was denied entry by the head chief. Why? Because of looking at his clothes were torn and his shoes were also torn. In a way, his plan one failed. Now he decided to make second plan. While he was moving away from that restaurant on a street, he saw a very big restaurant with a big glass window and brightly lighted. Therefore, Soapy picked up a big stone, threw it through the glass, and the glass broke. So everyone started gathering to there. A cop also came, and when the cop came, Soapy said that I have broken that window, please arrest me. But the cop wouldn't catch Soapy because men who break windows do not stop there to talk to cops. In a way, his plan second failed. Now he made another plan. He went to another restaurant. It was not so fine, its food was not so good. Into this, Soapy took his old shoes and torn clothes, and no one stopped him. He sat down him and so threw Soapy upon his left ear on the hard street outside. Therefore, his plan third failed. But still he did not bend down and he made another plan. His fourth plan was he started shouting at his highest pace as if he had too much to drink. His voice was as loud as he could make it. He danced, he cried out. But the cops turned his back to Soapy and said, "It is one of those college boys and we have orders to let them shout." Soapy now became so frustrated, but still he did not bend down and then he made another plan. Now Soapy saw a man in a shop. The man's umbrella stood beside the door. Soapy stepped inside the shop, took the umbrella, and walked away. The man started following him and asked him that it was his umbrella, to which Soapy claimed it was his. Therefore, the man gave the umbrella to Soapy, saying that it may be yours because even I found it in a restaurant. Now Soapy was so much irritated, and he was in so much anger that he threw that umbrella. Now, finally, coming to the conclusion part where he finally gets arrested. Now, Soapy started moving towards the corner of the city where it was very silent and very rare people were seen. Soapy stopped at a quiet corner. Here was his childhood home. He had happy, peaceful memories about his childhood. A sudden his life, he decided to become a happy person, a good person. He would make a man of himself again. Suddenly, a cop approached Soapy, asking him why was he hanging around. And Soapy said he was doing nothing, and hence they began an argument. As a result, it is always advised not to have an argument with the cops of New York. Therefore, Soapy was arrested, and hence the announcement by the judge 3 months prison on Blackwell's Island. In a way, Soapy finally got what he wanted. But this time, when he wanted to change, it was then he was given that punishment. Conclusion: the whole story uses irony. Irony is that just when Soapy realizes he wants a better life, just when he realizes that he needs to change himself and become a better human, a better person, he is arrested and sentenced to exactly what he wished for in the beginning: a 3 month stay in jail. The second theme or the second point that we can say is be careful what you wish for because you might just get it. So one should always be very careful whenever a person thinks of whatever he wants because you never know when you'll get it. Also, one must never lose hope and keep on trying. Whatever your goal is, be it even going to a jail, just keep on trying, and one must never ever lose hope. So, thank you. I hope you like the explanation.